invited to a magical place where weird is celebrated, strange is special, and beauty is more than meets the eye.
Hey everyone, Rascal here.
And Mama, welcome to our podcast.
Today we're now covering a movie we never ever thought we would cover. 2019's UglyDolls.
Yes, this is as big a surprise to us as to you, but it's a good one.
Yeah.
So this 2019 movie features an all-star cast, definitely. And we learn about the world of Uglyville and the Ugly Dolls.
They're real.
However, one of the dolls wishes to go into the big world and become a child's toy. So she and her group of friends uncover the secret behind both worlds. And yes, it's a little similar to Boss Baby.
And Toy Story.
Just a little similar.
Yeah.
Just a little.
And before we start, be sure to like, subscribe, notification with some future podcasts and we'll pause videos.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate you so much. Thank you for your support, for your subscribing, and if there are any podcasts you want us to cover, let us know in the comments below.
Yes.
What we were really surprised about is that the script for this movie was actually from a story by Robert Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Who also produced it.
Yeah, that was a complete shock. And then to do with Spy Kids or Shark Boy and Lava Girl or anything.
Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Right.
Thank goodness it was a kids movie.
Right.
But it got a lot of support. There were 3 producers. There were multiple production companies, 5 production companies, 3 distribution companies. We'll mention those: STX Entertainment in the U.S., VVS Films in Canada, Woisha Film Distribution in China. And they really, really wanted this movie to get out there.
Yeah.
It runs 87 minutes. It's not long. It had a budget of between 45 and 53 million. Unfortunately, only being 32.5 million.
Yeah.
The box office.
And that's because this was really panned really hard. This was considered one of the worst movies ever made. Not just in 2019, but just considered like the downfall animation pretty much. If you look online, there's so many reviews just really hating this movie.
Which is unfortunate because it was actually based on a book called Ugly Doll.
Yeah.
By David Horvath and Sumin Kim. So Rodriguez wrote the script based on the book.
Right.
And the book had to be pretty good for them to take a chance on actually making a movie out of it.
Right.
So we kind of expected this to be bad.
Right.
To be honest.
So bad it's hilarious.
Right. We thought it was going to be horrible. We had delayed in watching it for some time. And we said, okay. And we started watching within the first 10 minutes. We were like, this isn't bad.
Yeah, we were like, oh, okay. Right now it's okay. We're just waiting for it to just get real bad once it got further in, like usually does for a lot of these movies.
But it never happened.
No, the further we got, we actually ended up, would you believe, we ended up laughing. Genuinely laughing at this and some of the lines and the songs and the plot line, the ridiculousness of it. I'm like, wait, this is actually fun?
It was really, really fun. And it was the last film directed by Kelly Asbury, who actually died in 2020 from cancer.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was dedicated to her.
This is her legacy, and they've ruined it in terms of bad-mouthing it. If you've never seen Ugly Dolls, you should watch Ugly Dolls. It is so much fun. It is so entertaining. It is so bright. There's lots of colors and brightness and positive messages. And yes, you got your villain. And the villain song is one of my favorites.
Yes.
And
oh my gosh.
Up right now.
Right.
Because it's absolutely hilarious. It was so hilarious that I mashed it up. Actually, I suggested this is what they should have done for Wish, something like this.
Right. Oh my gosh, yes. Oh, so yeah, when we were really stunned that this movie was completely different from what we thought. We went in with low expectations or below expectations to just be something we laughed to make fun of. And we were surprised on how genuinely fun it was. It seemed like everybody had a good time in these. Because all we ever heard was that there were too many songs. Everyone sounded bad. It sounded like it was a phone. It sounded cheap. It sounded like it was marketing. And it's like, look, you've seen stuff Disney does. And this felt nothing like any other movie. It didn't even like copy really much of anything. The most it felt like it was, like you said, like Boss Baby and a little bit of Toy Story 3. And that's it.
And the songs, the songs were really good. The singers were very, very good. Everything
Yeah.
sounded good. It's not like sometimes you're watching a movie, and you hear the song and you're waiting for it to finish because it's getting on your nerves. Well, that didn't happen in here, and we thought it was going to, but it didn't happen. Now, we will state there is a final song at the end of the movie as it's going through the closing credits, and that's the song that should have never been in here.
Yeah.
And that's all we'll say. If you watch it, you use your own judgment. But that movie, we could have, that song at the end credits, we could have done without.
Yeah, I agree.
But every other song that's in it was really good and really fun, and really, whatever the message was for the particular scene, the lyrics were written well enough to get those messages across.
Yeah.
They didn't seem to be condescending or harping or patronizing.
Right.
None of those things. They were really good songs. And again, that villain song, oh my
gosh, yes.
It was just
Lou.
brilliant.
Yes, Lou is, as you can tell, is the antagonist of the movie. And think of it if this was Trolls on steroids. It is hilarious on how vain this guy is. And they got this whole school for dolls. Like, you got the ugly dolls here in this really Lego style land. And then you have these dolls supposed to be the perfect toys. And they go through this school to learn to be the perfect and best toy. So when they go to a human world, they'll be a toy that's practically indestructible. And this guy is in charge of everything. And the standard of being the best looking doll is basically him. And this whole song is basically telling him that everyone is lesser than him or ugly. They can't ever look anything to the height of him. There's someone, every single person. And he just flats out smiling tells them they're all terrible.
And Nick Jonas voices the character as well as sings the song.
Oh my
This is
god.
one of his best performances. It's brilliant. So we'll quickly tell you about the cast. Again, brilliant star-studded cast. Here, Kelly Clarkson is Moxxy. She's the main character. She's the pink ugly doll you see in the poster.
Yes.
And she's positive. She lots of confidence and hope and curiosity. And her design is based on that of Gorgeous, who's a character from the original toy line. And she's one of those characters that no matter what happens, she finds a bright spot and a reason to stay upbeat and to continue moving forward, which is a great message for kids or anyone that's watching.
Especially now, yeah.
Janelle Monáe is Mandy, and she's a kind-hearted, perfect doll, and she's the one wearing the glasses, and she befriends the ugly dolls. Blake Shelton is Ox, the green ugly doll.
Right.
And she's the unofficial mayor of Uglyville. You have Wanda Sykes is Wage, and she's the orange doll, and of course she's cynical.
Right.
And she can be found cooking culinary delights that they enjoy. So we'll just go through a few more. Gabriel Iglesias, Fluffy.
Yes.
As Bobo, the gray ugly doll.
Oh,
and then
man.
you got a few more.
Big one.
You've got Lizzo. We mentioned Nick Jonas already.
And
you got Pitbull as ugly doll. He's the one-eyed blue ugly doll. It's like this Pitbull.
Oh my gosh. Right. I was like, what?
I was so excited when I heard his voice. I did not know he was in here. But as soon as I heard him talking, I'm like, that's Pitbull.
Yes.
Oh my
Pitbull
goodness.
the dog. Oh,
Yes.
that's funny.
I'm a huge Pitbull fan, guys. A huge Pitbull fan. And yeah, Ice-T, Emma Roberts, Jane Lynch, Natalie Martinez. Just a real huge cast.
Yeah, definitely.
And as you mentioned, everyone sounded like they were having a great time. Everyone sounded fantastic. There's not one performance in here that was badly done.
Yeah.
I don't know why the critics and people chose to bash this film.
Right.
I don't know if it was concentrated effort, if it was planned. I don't know. But if you watch it yourself, you're going to sit and go, what was bad about this movie besides the ending song?
Yeah,
and
and
credits.
really.
Other
And
than that, nothing's wrong with this
And
movie.
you know, we've been on both ends of the spectrum when it comes to movies. We've had movies that we couldn't stand, but other people really enjoy. And we have movies that other people couldn't stand, but we enjoy. Somewhere in the middle where it wasn't great or terrible, sort of mid or in the middle. And for this, it was just crazy on how much we ended up really loving this movie. And one criticism I do see, if it wasn't for the fact that wasn't for the too many songs argument, is the fact that They claimed that it was so insincere in his messages and everything. It sounded fake. It sounded like they were just trying to put something out to get money, like a cash grab. But here's the thing. Like, they were saying it was too much forcing in the positivity and being sappy and overdone, like worse than Trolls. But when you watch the movie, to be honest, it doesn't ever try to be more than what it is.
Right.
It knows it's not the Lego movie. It knows it's not Trolls. It knows it's not these other films.
Right.
And it even kind of says, like, you know, you don't have to do all this. We get the message. It's pretty self-aware. They know it's not meant to be this huge, groundbreaking film to make you raw, deep in thought. It's just a really fun movie that normally takes a cliche path of positivity and believing in yourself, get out into the world, find what you believe in. It really knows it's doing all that, and it's just having fun with it.
It acted as if that was a bad message, and this was before the event. This was before C-19.
1
so
year.
You can't even use that as an excuse.
Yeah.
As to maybe that's why they were feeling this way.
Yeah.
It was just really harsh, really unnecessarily brutal.
Yeah.
How
in
the
this
film
instance.
was treated. There was also a video game. There was a time for this as well as the soundtrack, and you had Pitbull and Kelly Clarkson, Anita, Pentatonic, some other great
Big
artists
stars,
were featured on here. This is just really a big loss for people who listened to critics and didn't use their own judgment in watching it to find out if they liked it. I'm so happy and I'm really grateful that you added it and we watched it.
Yeah.
Because it's just a great movie.
It really is. Yeah, I think this is one of those few actually underappreciated movies. And it hasn't even been out that long. And even when it got towards the end where won't spoil anything, but there is actually a pretty big happy ending, and
Yes.
it satisfies both groups of people in the world.
And the villain got his comeuppance.
Right.
And it was still hilarious the way it was done. It
Right.
wasn't mean-spirited. It wasn't mean-spirited. It was done tongue-in-cheek and fun.
Right. And they say at the end where it said, wow, I'll never forget all the time spent with you, and we'll always visit. And it says, look how much you've changed in such a little amount of time. And Wanda Sykes' character said, yeah, we got so much done. Matter of fact, we got really too much done. It's only been, what, a few days, a month, or 87 minutes, and we got this much done? Like, yeah, they know, like, something's not right. Why do we get this done so quickly? So it was really self-aware, not to a point where it kept breaking the fourth wall, making referential humor to regular media and real life products and stars and everything. They might reference Pitbull's career once or twice and as an Easter egg.
Mr. Worldwide.
Right, and that was hilarious. And that's really it. It really stayed being its own thing. And one last thing I think also stands out is that you expect the UglyDolls, the way that people talk about it, or the way it's structured, they'd all be kind of dumb. They'd all be these brainless, weird-looking dolls trying to make a joke out of everything. And it really isn't, especially when you have the unofficial mayor who you thought was going to be an idiot, and he isn't.
Right.
He actually has a big tie to the story and the backstory for Lou. And yeah, the characters actually aren't dumb. They're just really, really happy, or they're blindly happy because he makes sure they don't know about the other side and the big role and everything, because they try to keep them in place so they don't get their feelings hurt. And you found out why when you get towards the end of the movie. But yeah, it really, for me, subverted a lot of ideas and stuff they usually do for these types of movies. And it knows it's not huge. It knows it's not gonna be on the pedestal of Lego Movie and other stuff. It just wanted to be its own thing, show you a good time, have some fun. And again, to me, it seemed like everybody who worked on here had fun. There wasn't a time where I felt like it was starting to lag or get boring, get a little stupid. You might have had a couple too many songs, just a little bit, like maybe take out 2 so it wouldn't stretch as much. And that's really it.
Take out that end credit song. That was
Yeah,
the song
take out
because of
that
the
and maybe
lyrics.
one more, and I think I'd be fine, because they really tried to not sing throughout the whole thing too, because they even made jokes about that, like, do you have to sing about everything? So again, they were aware, And I do think the movie should get a second chance. This is one of those movies I do believe should be better appreciated now, and it's been a few years since it came out.
Definitely. So if you've seen Ugly Dolls, let us know in the comments below. Do you agree with us? Do you think it was great and it just got treated badly? Did you think it was mid, or did you think to you it was just formulaic and you didn't like it?
Mm-hmm.
Let us know what you think. If you haven't seen it, watch it. We recommend this highly. We really enjoyed it. It's a movie that I would definitely watch again. And the villain song is going to be a video attached where I did part of it. I cut it down not to get a claim, but you'll see it, watch it. It is absolutely hilarious, tongue-in-cheek, and fun.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
And
if you haven't already, subscribe for updates with videos for your anime series, anime shows, and all things animation.
yes, and if you enjoyed this podcast, and we hope you really do, we want to bring you joy. Thank you so much. Be sure to like and share the video. It really helps us out.
Yes. So, thank you so much for watching Rascal Entertainment.
And I'm Mom Entertainment.
Have a toontastic day.
Peace.